Coming up on News Live at 6, student government is holding elections for its executive team. We'll tell you who's running.
Plus, how the Syracuse airport is helping TSA workers during the government shutdown.
And the challenges for construction on Comstock Avenue, the timeline for the dorms, and what the university is paying. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Citrus TV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Voting is coming up for the 70th session of the student government. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Lauren Holdmeyer.
And I'm Cormair Costa. We're learning what promises the candidates are making to meet the students' needs. Our Perlene Deal has the answers.
Thank you, Perlene. And now it's the latest on campus tonight. Tickets are now on sale for the first-year players' performance of Mean Girls the Musical. The show can be seen on April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in Shine's Goldenstein Auditorium. Doors will open at 6:30 each night. Tickets can be purchased for $5. The first-year student playing Katie in the show says the cast is what makes putting on the show so fun.
It's been a lot to learn, but it's been super fun throughout the whole process. Everyone in the organization is so supportive and welcoming, so it's definitely helped throughout the process to have so many people be there to support you and help you through it.
This will be the organization's 33rd performance since being founded in 1993.
And to a different type of performance, the Newhouse School has announced its 2026 commencement speaker. Students will hear from iHeartMedia executive and MTV co-founder John Sykes. Sykes is a 1977 Newhouse graduate with a degree in television, radio, and film. The ceremony will be held in the JMA Wireless Dome at 12:30 p.m. on May 9th.
And speaking of education, high school graduation rates are on the rise across Central New York. The school that saw the highest graduation rate jump for the class of 2025 was Altmer Parish Williamstown Junior-Senior High School in Oswego County. The school's graduation rate increased to 98%. This is up 14% from the previous year. Several schools in Onondaga County saw rising graduation rates as well, including Nottingham High, Tully Junior-Senior High, and Cicero North Syracuse High.
There are new details today on the Comstock Avenue construction on campus. Syracuse University is paying over $5 million in permit fees to keep the road closed for 90 days while the two new dorms are being built. The price is based off of how much space is being kept off limits to the public. Mayor Sharon Owens' administration agreed in December to allow the road to close. SU and the project developer are trying to lower the cost, but that decision is up to the Syracuse Common Council. The construction for the building is expected to take over 2 years in total.
And Democratic leaders in the Onondaga County Legislature are concerned about origins of funding for the aquarium project. The project is now fully funded thanks to 24 anonymous donors. This totals over $7 million in funding. Names of donors will not be released until after the aquarium is completed. Democrats say residents are worried about why this is being kept a secret. Legislators also worry about the project's pace with no set opening date.
And just north of the Inner Harbor, TSA workers have not received a paycheck since early February.
Citrus TV's Ben Ross is live at the Syracuse Hancock International Airport where a donation drive is being held. Ben, how's the government shutdown affecting our local airport?
Yeah, guys, the government shutdown just reached its 30th day, which is Syracuse. Ben Ross, Citrus TV News. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Ben. Well, if you're looking to get coffee after dinner tonight, there's one less option available. Salt City Market announced on social media they will be closed for the day. Small electrical fire closed the shop over safety concerns with lingering fumes. No one was injured during this incident, and they're planning to be back up and running tomorrow.
Well, Cora, the weather I feel like has been all over the place since we got back from spring break just on Monday.
Exactly. I mean, with that Salt Lake City sort of story, I need that warm coffee right now.
Yes. You know, it was kind of warm on Monday, and then we saw the snow came in. So I'm wondering if that snow is going to be continuing maybe throughout the week, or if we're going to see some warmer temperatures. But our Kate Tannenbaum joins us now live to tell us, Kate, how was the rest of the night shaping up for us?
Yeah, guys.
Okay, Kate, thank you. We'll check in with you later. Micron is preparing to host its first ever Community Week. The event will run next Friday through April 3rd. It will include STEM education for kids and volunteering opportunities. Micron executives are attending with elected officials and local organizations. Micron says the event is designed to showcase the impact and insights from community investments up to this point on the Micron project, and to encourage both children and adults to explore science and technology. A full schedule of events is available at most.org/micron-week.
Sticking with science and technology, the State University of New York is recognizing research conducted by New York students. SUNY Chancellor John B. King Jr. showcased the students' work at the SUNY Research Expo in Albany. Chancellor King says SUNY's campuses throughout the state are conducting groundbreaking research that improves the lives, health, and safety of all New Yorkers.
And sticking with SUNY schools, almost 700 workers could be laid off at the Binghamton University. This comes as the university plans to change its food service vendor. It's been using Sodexo for over 40 years, but according to a memo posted by the Department of Labor earlier this week, it will change to Chartwell's Higher Education. Some parts of the current meal plan system at Binghamton will likely change because of this switch. The change will go into effect on June 1st.
Near Oneida Lake, the owner of a Camden Chinese restaurant is home after 9 months in a federal immigration detention center. John Hao Zhang was arrested in June for immigrating to the U.S. nearly 40 years ago on a fake visa. Family is now planning to reopen their 20-year-old restaurant with Zhang back. ICE officers detained nearly 200 people in the county last year, with records showing 1/3 of those arrested have criminal charges.
New York Attorney General Letitia James is urging Congress to pass a law that would give governmental refunds to many businesses and consumers. This is due to what she calls illegal tariffs created by the Trump administration. These were made under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. She says the act has charged people more than $150 billion in illegal tariffs. James is partnering with a group of more than 15 other attorney generals on this project.
And Governor Kathy Hochul spoke earlier today to gain support for her auto insurance reform proposals. She says this is part of her plan to make New York more affordable. The main situations she spoke about were people causing accidents on purpose.
Now, I didn't make up the fact that we're number 2 in the nation for staged car crashes. That's what's happening, though. And you cannot turn a blind eye to that circumstance, because guess what? It's the rest of us who are paying the bills for that staged accident.
Create new legal liability for perpetrators and to cut routine payments.
Coming up on News Live at 6, President Trump's pick for his new DHS secretary testified in Senate this morning. We'll tell you what he said.
Plus, a new Iranian official killed, who it is, and what's to come in the war. Stay tuned.
Coming up on News Live at 6, new details in the controversial aquarium project. Hear the expected opening date ahead.
The third Libyan national charged in the bombing of Pan Am Flight 103 appeared in U.S. District Court this morning. The judge is deciding whether the defendant's very confession can be admitted as evidence.
Plus, a near-decade run for the Orange is coming to an end. A surprise retirement announcement from SU Athletics. News Live at 6 starts right now.
Live at 6, more college students are becoming religious, how that's affecting Syracuse religious centers.
We lament and mourn those who have died and have been injured by the agents of our government.
Plus, a local church took its Ash Wednesday prayer out of the parish to the streets. How a bishop is calling for peace. And water on the ground from today's rain may turn into ice as temperatures drop throughout the night. All that and more when Citrus TV News starts right now.
Coming up on News Live at 6, we'll take a look at the future of electric bikes and scooters in Syracuse. Stay tuned.
Plus, the city of Syracuse is working to boost its nightlife scene. How music venues are reacting. And temperatures have been up in the 20s this week, but is this warmer weather here to stay?
Up on Juice and Java, the Cupid's Chase 5K race is finishing up right behind me. I'll have more on that event and the cause it's supporting soon.
And the University Union Riff-Off is just a day away. Stay tuned for a live interview with the organizers.
And one local chocolate shop is stirring up sweetness for their biggest day of the year.
And coming up next on News Live at 6, representatives are reeling from U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi's testimony, what she said and who questioned her. And a person has been released in the criminal case of Nancy Guthrie. Find out when News Live at 6 returns. And coming up on News Live at 6, Ukraine has made a change in their Paralympic participation. We'll have the announcement next. And the Pope responds to Trump's invitation to Washington. His response and its purpose. Find out when News Live at 6 returns after the break. And coming up on News Live at 6, the FBI searched an election office in Georgia today. Find out what they were looking for next. And the Justice Department made an update regarding the Epstein files. All that and more when Citrus TV returns.
Coming up next on News Live at 6, changes to ICE operations in Minnesota are coming. We'll have the new policies and the impact right after this.
Plus, officials from Russia and Ukraine are meeting later today. The breakthroughs to expect after the break.
Coming up on NCC News at 4, Syracuse University has a brand new chancellor, and we're here to give you all the updates.
And the EPA is lowering water lead limits. Find out if Syracuse meets those standards.
And Liverpool High School was on lockdown today. Find out why when your news starts right now.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us on NCC News at 4. I'm Danny Kramer.
And I'm Leah Cohn. Let's start with our top story.
Syracuse's public water lead levels were below the federal limit last year. The Syracuse Water Commissioner says the city is starting to replace all lead pipes connecting to homes. Syracuse.com reports this project will take 11 years to finish, but the EPA announced they are lowering the limit next year. Syracuse has only been below that mark one time in 10 years.
And new developments are underway for the village of Slave. The empty lot will now bring more housing to the corner of Milton and Cogswell Avenue. Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon announced the Milton Corner development project today. He says that he's seen more support for these investments, especially as the region awaits Micron.
You're looking at old main streets, old neighborhoods, old business corridors have new life with small business and with housing opportunities as we go into this amazing moment where we become the Central New York Semiconductor Cluster, a relevant community on a world stage being led by Micron.
Other investigators of the project include the OCHIP program and the Restore New York program. McMahon expects construction to start in early July this year.
Speaking of new housing, developers have plans to increase the number of apartments at the former Maria Regina College campus. According to Syracuse.com, the company Home Leasing has submitted applications for the project. These show construction for apartments beginning in June. This comes almost a year after a fire destroyed the campus's historic building.
Liverpool High School was on lockdown today following the discovery of threatening graffiti. That's according to the school information officer. They said that the graffiti included a threat with a specific time. This comes after a similar incident in January that led to early dismissal.
The long-awaited search for Syracuse University's 13th chancellor is now over.
Our Nick DeCaney is live at the National Veterans Resource Center. Nick, what can you tell us about who's stepping into the role?
Yeah, Leah, it was packed this morning.
Thanks, Nick. Now on to Syracuse Dining Week. Kicked off this Sunday, over 50 restaurants in downtown Syracuse are offering deals as part of the annual promotion. Milano Bean Cafe owner Hazib Raham shared how important the promotion is for local restaurants in the downtown area.
This provides a lot of exposure for businesses, letting local Syracuse people know, as well as everyone that's visiting Syracuse, that Syracuse is a place that has all these different types of restaurants. We're here for the community, for downtown.
Dining weeks will continue through next Saturday. You can see which restaurants are participating on the Downtown Syracuse website.
Yeah, and Leah, I guess we have Syracuse.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jacob. Now, writer of Workers Center of New York, Victor Hernandez, interviewed almost 50 immigrants in New York to tell their stories. Take a look on his plans for sharing their active record.
And coming up next on NTC News at 4.
Iran strikes on countries in the Middle East. We'll tell you how the President Trump responded. And Kristi Noem testified this morning in the Senate.
Find out what she was asked and how she answered. We'll be right back.